COVID-19 pandemic has had an unparalleled impression on the labor sector, most especially in the food and beverage industry, particularly here in Metro Manila. The inner compression and indecision triggered by the current changing workplace environment have led to undesirable significances for employees. Considering the predictive relationship between employee empowerment and job satisfaction, and in light of this unparalleled situation that distresses employees of food and beverage industry, where this study aims to identify the key main indicator of employee empowerment that can lead to employee job satisfaction in the current context. Good morning, everyone. I am TJ Garcia Tubon, sharing with you my paper entitled Impact of Employee Empowerment on Job Satisfaction and Moment Group of Restaurants During COVID-19 Pandemic. The current pandemic situation has created a challenging context for organization and particularly for human resource management. There are radical changes occurring in the work and social environment, like shifting to remote work and applying new workplace policies and procedures to limit contact. All this has led to consequences for workers, such difficulties in disconnecting from work demands, separating work and private life, and even psychosocial risks. Human resource is the most important asset of an enterprise, and its success or failure depends on their qualification and performance. The main purpose of this study is to determine the relationship between employee empowerment and their level of job satisfaction in Moment Group of Restaurants during this COVID-19 pandemic to answer the questions: what is the level of employee empowerment during COVID-19 pandemic in terms of participation in decision making, perception of immediate supervisor, perception of higher management, and management of change? Second, what is the level of job satisfaction during COVID-19 pandemic in terms of work and workplace, supervisor and management, benefits and rewards, recognition, communication? The third one is there a significant relationship between respondents' perceived level of employee empowerment and their job satisfaction during this COVID-19 pandemic? Fourth, which indicator of employee empowerment best predicts the level of job satisfaction of the respondents during this COVID-19 pandemic? This study is anchored on Cantor's theory of structural empowerment. Furthermore, this study builds on the Herzberg's two-factor theory of motivation. This aims to explore the relationship between the level of perceived empowerment and job satisfaction of employees in Moment Group of Restaurants during this COVID-19 pandemic. The hypothesized interrelationship of the variables is visualized by the research paradigm. The paper adapted the research model utilized by Akbar, Yusuf, and Hanura in a similar study, albeit with a slight difference due to the correlational and predictive nature of the present study. The variable empowerment shall be measured using a questionnaire to be adapted from Hebar with a total of 24 items scored with a 5-point Likert type scale ranging from strongly disagree to strongly agree. And for job satisfaction, this shall be measured using a questionnaire with a total of 46 items and was adapted and modified to suit the local context of the study from the Bone County Job Satisfaction Survey. 5-point Likert type scale also be utilized. This study subscribed to the research philosophy of positivism. It is believed that by collecting data pertinent to employee empowerment, experience by, and job satisfaction of employees in Moment Group of Restaurants during this COVID-19 pandemic, relationships between the two can be scrutinized and a predictive association of the two can be analyzed. Quantitative approaches shall be primarily utilized. In this study, the managers and the employees of the Moment Group of Restaurants is chosen as sample. A questionnaire form has been used as the data collection tool of the research. The answers given to the questions have been taken
with the help of 5-point Likert type scale, and these were adapted from similar studies while taking into considerations the conceptual model of the research. 50 employees, inclusive of managers and supervisors, shall be selected and be given copies of the questionnaires through Google Form to answer. To determine the level of employee empowerment and job satisfaction of the respondents during COVID-19 pandemic, mean shall be utilized, and in order to establish the relationship between the two variables, person correlation shall be used. Lastly, to determine which indicator of employee empowerment best predicts the level of job satisfaction of the respondents, multiple regression shall be used, and all data collected shall be organized and analyzed using spreadsheet and statistical software like SPSS.
This section provides statistical data analysis used to examine the outcomes and test for hypotheses that have been formulated. For each bracket, between 26 to 30 years old, with 36% as the highest, and the lowest is 8% for 41 years old above. For gender of respondents, female respondents has the highest with 60%, while 40% are male respondents. In years of experience, the number of respondents who were working less than 1 year is higher than other groups, with 28% and 8% for both 4 to 5 and 5 years above, has the lowest respondents in terms of number of years of experience. Supervisory and managerial levels has the highest number of respondents with 44%, while both entry level and intermediate has the lowest number with 28% of respondents respectively. The moment group of restaurants employees are empowered even there is a COVID-19 pandemic with a grand mean of 3.97, and for the level of job satisfaction, even there's a pandemic, the moment group of restaurants employees agreed with grand mean of 3.65 that they are satisfied with their job. And for the relationship between employee empowerment and job satisfaction, the correlation coefficient of 697 indicates a positive correlation between the variables. The major research question answered was applied to check relationship level between employee empowerment and job satisfaction. A person correlation coefficient was used. Employee empowerment has a significant relationship with employee job satisfaction even during COVID-19 pandemic. And for regression analysis for the best predictor of employee empowerment, table below depicts the result of the regression analysis conducted to determine which indicator of employee empowerment best predicts job satisfaction of the respondents. Among the four indicators of employee empowerment, participation in decision making and management of change significantly predicts the employee job satisfaction. This research recommends maintaining the current level of employee empowerment by maintaining perception of immediate supervisor and improving them whenever possible. This can be also be done by having a good work and workplace to maintain and to reach the higher level of job satisfaction. Further, based on the second result, this study stresses the importance of participation in decision making as one of the indicators of employee empowerment that increases both organization and employees' ability to achieve its goal and objectives to be more flexible in facing environmental challenges caused by COVID-19 pandemic. Based on all of the results collectively, this study recommends the organization's management to ensure and maintain the level of independence of their employees and providing them the autonomy to involve at work and take decisions related to their responsibility.